Bruce Wayne, gotta get it. Cruising in my Batmobile. Buying all the acreage for a big 3.4 billion deal. Whoa, gotta get the gadgets. Floating on rivers. Don't forget MTLO, stacking them digits. Now we in Gotham. We don't have time for jokers until it's legalized federally. There'll be a ton of smokers. Canopy Growth Corp. It's the #1 buy. If you look up, you see the signal in the sky. Yeah, based in Ontario. I'm like, here we go. Putting all my money on this one. You can hear through the stereo. Canopy, peace in the world. No one else could ever be. So I'm putting this track out for the people so you gain financial freedom. Bruce Wayne in the city. Canopy is #1. Staying at the very top. The Batmobile got so much fun. We ain't got no time for jokers. Penguins or no Mr. Freeze. Catwoman can dig a ditch. I bring that bitch right to her knees. Bruce Wayne in the city. Canopy is #1. Staying at the very top. The Batmobile got so much fun. We ain't got no time for jokers. Penguins or no Mr. Freeze. Catwoman can dig a ditch. I bring that bitch right to her knees. And Batman get out of this one. He tied up like shit, son. He need Robin for backup. He snapped up every season. Tweed, that's all we really need. It's time to plant the seed, smoking on some good weed. Constellation invested big, now they got 38%. You can see it, we fighting crime. Now's the time we gotta win. 6 licensed facilities, over 600,000 square feet, producing so many kilograms. My God, it's still so sweet. Czech Republic, Africa, Brazil, Jamaica, Canada, United States, Brazil, make no mistakes. Denmark, UK, Germany, plus Spain. Canopy is worldwide. I hope you heard what I'm saying. Bruce Wayne in the city. Canopy is #1. Staying at the very top. The Batmobile got so much fun. We ain't got no time for jokers. Penguins or no Mr. Freeze. Catwoman can dig a ditch. I bring that bitch right to her knees. Bruce Wayne in the city. Canopy is #1. Staying at the very top. The Batmobile got so much fun. We ain't got no time for jokers. Penguins or no Mr. Freeze. Catwoman can dig a ditch. I bring that bitch right to her knees. I don't want to kill you. What would I do without you?
So, Rich TV Live and Ill Kid dropped that video April 19th. How you doing, Sam? Thank you for joining. You gonna buy some more Sproutly? I mean, that's the way to do it, right? You want to buy low, sell high. So, Sproutly with some big news, obviously. Partnering with Moosehead. I think that, long term, I can't see how they're not going to be a huge success. What's up, Eno? How you doing? Thank you guys for joining. Thank you guys for being here, joining me here. And I appreciate you guys a lot. And, today's episode, I want to talk about how to make money. And we dropped that video on April 19th, and we really felt like, at that time, weed was around, I think, $60, maybe even 58, 59. And at that point, after they dropped that news with acreage, I just said, there's no way this thing doesn't go up. This is like one of the biggest acquisitions you can make in America. Stock's going to go up. And I talked to Ill Kid. We were live, and I called him up, and I was like, we need to make a song about this. And bam, he had a song in my inbox like a couple hours later. And we created that song. Ill Kid created that song. And it's brilliant. It's perfect. And since then, Canopy Growth's been going up. And today it breached $69. And I'll be honest with you, I think it's going to go to 75. And then I think it's going to go to 100. So when someone says to me, Rich, what's the best cannabis stock to buy right now? I have to honestly tell you it's Canopy Growth. I honestly have to tell you it's Canopy Growth. Canopy Growth is the biggest and the best, and they're #1. So when someone asks me, Rich, how do you make money buying cannabis stocks? You got to start with Canopy Growth. Canopy Growth is the Bitcoin of cannabis stocks. Bitcoin is how all the other stocks are measured. Canopy is Bitcoin is how all the other cryptocurrencies are measured. Canopy growth is how all the other cannabis stocks are measured. They are the biggest. They are the best. They have the most money. They have some of the biggest partnerships. They have the largest growing capacity. They've got just an unbelievably skilled CEO. The company has incredible partnerships with Snoop Dogg. They have an incredible partnership with Martha Stewart. They're clearly the biggest and the best, and they're going to clearly continue to dominate. Now, at what price do they go to? I feel like they really are chasing $100. I feel like that's the number that Bruce wants. You know, he can see it. It's right there. Why not just reach out and touch it? So I feel like Canopy's going to go higher. I feel like there's a lot of momentum behind it. I feel like more and more people are learning about it, and it's becoming the most popular. It's becoming the most popular cannabis stock in the world, to be honest with you. If it's not the most popular cannabis stock in the world. Now, a lot of people say that Aurora Cannabis is more popular, but it's definitely not more popular when it comes to like institutional investors, because I think it's the institutional investors that are driving Canopy growth up. This is what is really, pumping the stock up to these crazy levels. It wasn't too long ago when I saw Canopy growth at $5. So 2 years ago, they were $5. And now to watch them, touching $70 in Canada, that's 1,200% in 2 years. It's crazy for a company of this magnitude. So if you want to learn how to make money in cannabis stocks, I think the first thing you need to do is you need to start with Canopy growth. And we're working with J. Lewis Trading, who has his own trading academy. And J. Lewis Trading, he's been doing call options on Canopy growth. So he believes it's going to go higher. So we'll see. I just think it's going to go higher. If anybody thinks it's going to go lower, please let me know. I just believe the catalyst is the legalization of cannabis in America and the partnership and acquisition of Acreage, which is just an enormous acquisition. It's like a game-changing acquisition. So when you eliminate that out of the equation, they're not nearly as powerful. You add Acreage to the mix with Canopy, it's just like a game changer. It's a game changer for Canopy. It's a game changer for the industry. So today, if you were watching Acreage, they exploded today, which I predicted as well, and Little Kid predicted as well. And you can see the video where we predicted that MTLO would go up, which it has. CGC would go up, which it has. Acreage would go up, which it has. And Rivers would go up, which it has. Now, I think Rivers may have come back down a little bit from where it was, but I believe it's up since that video. I'm not 100% sure. What's up, Demir? What's up, Jason? How's everybody doing today? I hope you guys are having a good day. I hope you guys had a great trading day. There were some stocks that were up today. The market was kind of choppy today. Some green, some red, a couple sneak attacks. One of the sneak attacks was oils. I didn't even know until one of the members, I think it was Janet, mentioned that oils had a huge sneak attack at the end of the day. And I bought oils yesterday. So feeling kind of blessed about that. Oils now at 71 cents. Had a crazy sneak attack right at the end of the day. So very pleased about that. So keep oils on your watch list. Keep them on your radar. They've been moving. And, I picked up 2,000 shares yesterday. It wasn't a huge position, but got myself in there. And I'm up on it already today. So I'm feeling good about that trade. You got to work tomorrow. What about me? Yeah, I'm just doing good. We're actually going to go to do a fundraiser with Ill Kid for cystic fibrosis. And I'm going to make a video of the event, and we'll hopefully be able to create some awareness for this horrible cause and this horrible disease, and a worthy cause. And hopefully we can raise a lot of money for this terrible illness. And one of Ill Kid's friends has cystic fibrosis, and It's tough when, these tragedies hit your friends. So it's really cool when you can make a difference and do something to help out. So it's going to be nice to be able to go and hopefully, if they allow us to make a video, be able to create some awareness for this cause. Everyone know that Mexico is going rec legal. Yeah, that's going to be huge. Finally, some volume in North and Namaste. Yeah, Namaste had a nice day today, and so did North. So it's nice to see that they had a good day. So, like I said, kind of choppy. Some stocks were up, some stocks were down. BAM had another strong day today after getting obliterated over the last little bit. They finally bounced back up like 20%. Seems like BAM is a very interesting swing trading opportunity, but it's very volatile, so be careful if you want to trade BAM, but there are some definitely good swing trade opportunities. I have swing traded BAM twice and won on both trades. I know some people that are down that got in kind of high. So just be careful with these markets. They're very volatile. Don't buy anything that we talk about on our show. Always do your own due diligence. Always do your own research before you invest in anything that we talk about ever. Our platform's just strictly for education and entertainment purposes. We want to be able to bring you the news. We want to be able to bring you guys cool trending topics. We want to be able to interview CEOs, athletes, entertainers, business moguls, and just normal people too, and just do collaboration. So that's really kind of what we do here at our platform. What is my opinion on Zenibus? Do you believe it'll go back to the 160 levels? I think that it could. I'm kind of, hoping that if it does, I can buy some more. I wanted to get 10,000 shares of it. I don't want to buy it at 180, 190. I'd like to get some more at 160. So I think it could. We're not far from there. So yeah, why not? It's possible. Yeah, you know what? It's not my fundraiser. Kid actually and his friends are putting the fundraiser together, and he asked me if I wanted to go, and I said sure. So, he's nice enough to invite me, and I'm absolutely just honored to just be there. So, and then I asked him if I can make a video. Hopefully, we can either do a fundraiser for them or create some awareness for them, and he said yes. So, we'll see how that goes. I believe you mentioned you doing some advertising for Sproutly. Yeah, I was doing a video for Sproutly. Anytime I do a video for any company, that's advertising. Jason says, I believe that Chiron will benefit in Mexico. Ex-President Fox is on the Chiron's board. Absolutely. I agree with you 100% there. Frederick is asking, why is it going down, MJAR? You know what? I did not get a chance to see why it went down. I saw it go down. I mean, stocks go up and down. Sometimes there is no explanation. Maybe the market makers just don't feel that it has enough value to be trading where it is, and they're just going to take it wherever they feel like taking it. The market makers determine the price of the stock. Now, there are different indicators that can determine whether or not it goes up or down. I mean, let's clearly see what happened with Apple today. Apple beat their earnings estimates, the stock went up. Google missed earning estimates, stock went down. Tesla missed earning estimates, stock goes down. When a stock beats, stock goes up. When a stock doesn't, it's going to go down. That's just what the street wants. It's probably earnings related, I'm assuming. Manny says the cannabis sector going stale again until fall. Opinions. Well, typically, historically, every summer the markets dry up and get slower because all the high net worth people are on vacation. That's what happened last year until July. End of July, early August, the market started to take off. So you just never know when the market makers, when the elite choose to make the stocks run is when they're going to run. And there's nothing we can do to determine it or figure that out. That's just the game that the big boys play. And we're just trying to play in their sandbox. And it's their sandbox, and we're playing in their sandbox. And they're the ones that determine the price of these stocks. And I'm talking about the institutional investors, the hedge funds, the market makers, the shorters, the day traders, the speculators, the insiders, everybody that's involved. And it's a combination of everything that makes a market in a security. How exactly do market makers determine price? Asks Sam. Typically, they go to the company's financials and they look at the fundamentals of the company because the market makers are old school. They also want to see how much momentum and how much volume is in the security outside of themselves. And if there isn't any volume or momentum in the security outside of themselves, then they'll just have a very easy time shorting the security because they're not going to have any resistance. So the market makers can tell what's going on in the market, and they can control the market because they do not need shares to short your shares. They can use FTDs and IOUs. And you guys can do your due diligence and do your research on FTDs and IOUs. Failure to delivers and IOUs. It's called naked short selling. They don't even need shares to short. Demir says Sproutly could go down even to 60 cents. Just my opinion. Depends on how long it takes for people to understand the deal. Was really good and not bad. Yeah, I think the stock could go anywhere. You know, like I do a video. If I do a video about a stock, I'm not the keeper of the stock. It could go up or it can go down after my video. Some stocks go up and some stocks go down. I can't control that. It's the insiders, it's the investors that are involved in that stock. I don't own Sproutly. I don't own those shares. I just did a video on it, and I've done multiple videos on it, and I'll continue to do videos on it because I think it has a cool product. I think that it has a cool technology, and they're in the CBD space and I'm in the CBD space, and they have a water soluble CBD and I have a water soluble nano CBD. So I just think that there's a lot of similarities there. And I hope one day that Sproutly, if you're watching, I'd love to work with you guys and with Moosehead Breweries, because we've got a water soluble nano CBD in Phoenix, Arizona. Sam says they are in CBD and THC. Yeah. And you know what? Everyone's just waiting in Canada for CBDs to be legal, including Sproutly. This is their issue. They can't make any money in Canada because it's not legal. The only company that has a license to sell CBDs in Canada currently, and it's an oil, is Aurora. They're the only ones that have a license to sell CBDs in Canada. Yeah, going out to have a THC drink, like going out for a beer, says Sam. It's exactly what's going to happen. What's up, Pedro? How you doing, man? No, I haven't seen that, Wayne. So they're leaking audio of Medman. Like, geez, this is crazy. That needs a TV show in itself. Medman needs a TV show in itself. Pedro says, chilling, looking at grabbing more CXXI. Cool. I own 1,000 shares of CXXI, and I think that they're being heavily shorted. So I would just be careful with CXXI. Once the stock gets shorted, it's in the hands of the shorters, and then they can just take it anywhere they want. Now, remember, shorting can be good because in order for a shorter to cover their short, they have to buy the stock back at some point. But you can see what shorters do. I mean, look at what they did to Tilray. I mean, they were on it for months and eventually they took it down. Like when they want to take something down, they will. The question is how much? Because at some point they're going to have to cover their shorts by buying it back. What else was moving today? So a lot of people say to me, Rich, what are the best ways to make money? I always say to everybody, real estate is number one, stocks is number two, and I would say commodities, oil and gas is number three, and I would say cryptocurrencies are number four. Now, I'm actually more involved in real estate, number one, and then stocks, number two, and then I'm more involved in cryptos. And I'm not very heavily involved in commodities, but I'm going to start. I really like commodities. So I'm going to be looking into commodities because I feel like they're at a bottom. So I've been doing videos with resource companies and I just feel like they're at a bottom, like they're dead, like nobody's watching them, right? Everybody's talking about cannabis. At some point in time, people are going to start realizing that, gold or uranium is a buy, right? And palladium, there's so many elements out there and things for us to make money with, so many tools, right? When it comes to the stock market, there's so many ways to make money. Like I like to buy equities, but I know a lot of people that do futures trading. I used to do futures trading, but it was just too hectic for me. I couldn't do it. It's just too hectic. It's intense. But I know guys that do it very, very successfully, men and women, and they're very successful at it. And then there's options trading, which if you'd like to learn how to do options trading, let me know. I can introduce you to Julian Lewis. He has an academy and he can help you learn how to options trade. And there's all kinds of tools that you can use for options trading, which can help you, protect you, and really can be really exciting. So I'm going to be learning more about options trading myself when I find some more time. And then there's also short trading, which I don't really do. I have done it in the past, but I don't do it a lot. And Julian Lewis also short trade. So if you're looking to learn how to short trade, you can get involved with Julian Lewis and his trading academy, and he can teach you and show you how to short trade as well. What's going on with Bitcoin, man? Bitcoin is just, it's one of those, it's another tool to use for communication, exchanging money, exchanging information, technology. I believe that cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin is the future of transactions. I believe that Ripple will take over the Swift eventually for transactions and wire transactions all over the world. So I just feel like there's so much potential for cryptocurrencies. And I think Bitcoin is a fantastic investment. Sam says, I hope companies that are getting into cannabis beverages see a boom like cannabis producers have seen in the last 2 years. I think we've already seen it. I think we've seen that anybody that's talking about CBDs, cannabis beverages seems to be pretty hot topic right now. No, when I say Bitcoin, I'm talking about Bitcoin, BTC. But obviously, I like Bitcoin Cash as well. But obviously, Bitcoin is the mothership. I know a lot of people that are accumulating Bitcoin and have been since it was low. And I think it's a very smart decision. I been a little jaded by it because of Quadrica. I had an account at Quadrica and I had money there and it just got shut down. I was just like, what? And then the CEO apparently died and everybody lost all their money. So like since then, I just been kind of like, you know what? This crypto thing is crazy. It's too intense. It's way too intense. Yeah, tweed and tonic. Can you imagine? Yeah, weed. That's what they're talking about with Moosehead breweries having beer with weed infused in it so that you can get the elements of cannabis in your drink and get it within 5 minutes, and it'll last for 90 minutes. That's what they're saying. That's intense. That's intense. You're going to feel the effects of the CBDs and or the THC or combination thereof, however they decide to make the blends, within 5 minutes, and it's going to last for 90 minutes. So yeah, you're going to be drinking beer and getting high at the same time. But they're saying it's better than smoking because with smoking, you're going to have the effects and all the negative effects in your lungs with the smoke. With this, there's no smoke going into your lungs because you're drinking it. So they're saying that this is actually way better, which is a very good point. The JV, Hexo, and Molson Coors will send Hexo to the moon, probably October. Yeah, I agree with you, Pat. I bought Hexo not too long ago and sold them, and now they went up way higher, and I'm just like, oh. And same with Zynarba, ZYNE. I bought them, sold them, made money on them too, and then they went way higher. I'm just like, oh. So yeah, some of these stocks, man, they just go on these crazy runs. You just don't know. Can't ever really truly know where they're going to go. Pedro says, I'm going to be an addict. So many Canadians love their beer now. We're going to have beer with weed in it. So there's going to be a lot of people that have never drank beer that are going to try that like cannabis. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting. So yeah, I just wanted to do a quick video on how to make money. I think real estate is a great way to buy low, sell high, buy when the market is low. When the market goes up, sell. Same thing with stocks. You buy when the market is low, buy in the red, and then when they go up, you sell. I've always taken more of a long-term approach to all of my investing. I've never been like much of a day trader. I don't enjoy it. I do it at times. I'm doing it more for the show. I think at times I can be good at it. I think sometimes I make mistakes. So I feel like I'm always learning as a trader, but I always feel like as a long-term investor, it's easier because if the stock goes down, I can buy more, as a day trader, if you make a mistake, you got to take a 10% loss. I don't like to take those 10% losses. So I'm very stubborn, and I'd rather wait it out. And with day trading, that can become very risky. So it's not really the best way to day trade. And in order to day trade, I think you also have to be very focused. You need to be watching the markets all day long. You got to be staring at the screen all day long. And it takes a certain type of individual that wants to do that. And that's a lot of work. It's not easy, and it's extremely stressful. A lot of our members are long-term investors, and a lot of our members are day traders. I do a little bit of day trading, and I do a lot more long-term investing. I would say like 80% of my accounts that I hold, and I have multiple accounts everywhere, are long-term. And I would say there's a portion of my portfolio that is just for day trading, which is more for just like entertainment purposes and just for like, taking a swing. That's more why I do it. Pedro, since 2014, been holding Tweed, ACB, APHA, has played out well. Oh, yeah. For sure it's paid out well. My goodness. I owned all of those in 2017. And I day traded them, and I wish I just held them. So this is why sometimes I just kind of always go back to just wanting to be a long-term investor, because I see these stocks go up and I'm like, okay, what's the next Canopy, right? What's the next Aurora? What's the next Tilray? We're going to see sneak attacks. We're going to see opportunities every day. We just got to be on top of them. We got to continue to find them. Yeah, CGC is insane, man. Like I brought CGC, I think it was like $5 when I started talking about them in January 2017 on YouTube. It was like $5, $5, $6, $7. It's craziness. And now it's at like 70, So it's like up like 1,200% since those prices. But like I can sleep well if I'm buying like a Canopy. I just sit on it, let it sit there, or like an Aurora. even an Afria. I don't mind. They're more like a long-term play for me, you know? But if it's like a penny stock, that's when it can become very stressful, you know? Penny stocks can become very, very stressful. They can go up very quickly, but they can also go down very quickly. Wayne says, Rivers, Xena, MedMen, ACB, all kind of stale at the moment for me. Yeah, I think there's a lot of stocks that are just kind of, finding their floor. But you can find momentum plays like Cura today was a good momentum play. BAM was a good momentum play. Namaste was a good momentum play. Oils was a good momentum play. What else? Am I missing anything like in the cannabis sector that comes to mind? Canna, C-A-N-A. Can America Brands had a nice day today. I mean, there's always going to be plays. There's always going to be momentum plays every single day, if you want to play momentum. I agree with you, Wayne. You're talking with Rivers, Xena, MedMan, and ACB. You're talking about 4 of the biggest companies in the world. So, yeah, I see tons of potential as well. Sam, you believe Sprouli is a CGC? Whoa, that's a big statement. I don't know if I would go that far, but that relationship is huge. Like, it is similar to the Constellation Brands relationship. I'm not going to lie. It's pretty similar relationship. So you're kind of maybe a baby CGC, maybe a baby CBD CGC. Thank you guys for joining. We got 6 likes, 26 people on here. Thank you guys for all your likes. Thank you guys for all your support. I really appreciate you guys joining me here today. Topic here today is just how to make money. If anyone has any ideas of how we can make money, let's talk about it as a unit. Let's talk about it as a team. The Rich TV Live community is very special. We do have a Telegram group with over 800 members that we've grown in over 2 months. I'd love for you guys to join our Telegram if you like. I will have a link in the description down below. Always looking for good people to join our team. We also have an academy that we're working with J. Lewis Trading with now. If you guys would like to join J. Lewis Trading, J. Lewis Trading Academy. The Rich TV Live members are always like, Rich, we need you to read charts, and we want to learn about short trading. We want to learn about options trading. And I thought, okay, well, let's partner with J. Lewis Trading, and he'll be our trading academy. And I'll be the guy that's more like, news, entertainment, education, interviews. That's more my avenue. And then when someone wants to learn about coaching and mentorship and chart analysis and short trading and options trading, equities, we can introduce you to J. Lewis Trading. He can help you in those areas. I also work with another company out of Toronto that does futures trading. And if you'd like to learn about futures trading, I can introduce you to those guys. And they have a team of guys and they do futures trading. So everybody wants to work with Rich TV Live. Like, the power of the community is so immense that people are wanting to be involved in every capacity. So we're trying to be very organized, and we're trying to be very specific with the relationships that we're building and we're forging so that we have the right relationships, similar to what Canopy Growth does. They make the right relationships that make a difference. We want to do the same things. So far, everyone that's been with Julian Lewis has really enjoyed the relationship and the coaching from the academy. And I believe the potential is immense and enormous, and it will continue. Yeah, and Jay Lewis, he knows, like, I was meeting with Julian Lewis, and I was talking to him about, like, how I research a company. And he says to me, goes, Rich, I don't even do any of that. He doesn't look at the fundamentals like the balance sheet. I look at the balance sheet, right? I look at the balance sheet. I look at the industry. I look at the management team. I look at the share structure. I have certain things that I look at, and I look at certain indicators. He's more looking at chart analysis. So he's all just looking at the chart. He just strictly looking at the chart. He's like, Rich, I don't care about any of those things. I just look at the chart, and he reads books of like 700 pages of chart analysis. So he knows what every single chart means. And yeah, he knows what those lines mean on all the charts and everything. So I think it's a great relationship and it's a great partnership because now he can fill in the gaps where people are like, hey, Rich, I need this type of education. I need this type of mentorship. I need this type of training. I can now say, hey, for $39 a month, you can get alerts from Julian. And for like $200, I think a month, he'll provide you with mentorship and coaching. So if you're trading with substantial money, you can make that money back on one trade. A lot of our members have been really excited about what they've been learning from Julian. And he also does a free webinar for our members too. So you're welcome to learn and do the free webinar first. You don't have to pay for anything. We just want you guys to learn. And I feel like the more training our members get, the better they get at trading, then the more value they're going to be able to bring to our community when they're dropping picks and when they're dropping their analysis and their opinions on those picks. I think it just makes sense. Frederick says Halo Labs should take off soon. It's possible. Imagine Rich learning charts. Yeah, man. I've spent a lot of time learning charts when I was doing futures trading. I spent a lot of time learning about the MACD and the stochastics, Bollinger Bands. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. I don't really like the charts. I don't. I feel like charts can lie to you. That's just my feeling. But I know guys that are really good at it. Really good at it. I'm not as good. I'm not as patient, and I do more revenge trading, and revenge trading is very bad. They tell you never to revenge trade, and I'm a revenge trader. So for me, as a long-term investor, from my mentality, it's better for me because I'll just keep buying more and wait for an explosion. Because typically, if you invest in good companies, they're going to explode or they're just going to keep going up like Canopy is right now. Will Zenabis go any lower? I think it could definitely go lower. Absolutely. But I also think it can go way, way higher. I think it can go 10 times higher than it can go lower. Let's put it that way. But do I think it can go lower? Absolutely. Do I think it can go higher? Without a doubt. Otherwise, I wouldn't have bought it. Nice. You ready for tomorrow's class? Very nice, Eno. I hope you enjoy it. Yeah, I think you need a plan. And this is why it's good to have guys like Julian that can teach you a plan, because I do look at charts before I buy stocks. I look at indicators. But sometimes I also get FOMO and I'm watching the charts and I see things go up and I just buy it, right? So, and sometimes it works. So that's the problem. And then, sometimes you get FOMO and then you get up and then you make mistakes because you can get overconfident, and then you have these blind spots because now you're overconfident, and then you go into your next trade and you make a bad decision. The best thing to do is to keep investing in good companies, because if you invest in good companies, you always give yourself a chance to win. When you invest in bad companies, then you always give yourself a chance to lose. And that's something I just have to keep reminding myself, because I always have a tendency to want to go for the small companies because I want the big home runs, as opposed to going for the big companies that sometimes are even going up more than the small companies. Like Canopy growth just keeps going up. And I sometimes feel like I refuse to buy it, but like had I bought it when I said that it's going to go up, I'd already be up like 15%. I would have been happy with that. Yeah, best advice, Pat says, don't chase, have a plan, have an entering strategy, exit strategy, respect the stock, always respect the stock, cut your losses and move on. Very good advice. Yeah, as an investor, you're always going to go through these things, man. The investing, it's humbling, you know? You're going to have good days. You're going to have bad days. You're going to have good months. You're going to have bad months. You're going to have good years. You're going to have bad years. That's just the way it goes. So if you've been doing it long enough, you have to try to create a strategy and a plan and stick to it and find something that works for you. And I know what works for me, but what happens is sometimes you try something unorthodox and then it can work. And then sometimes when you do something unorthodox and it actually works, you can get out of your lane. And then by the time you get back into your lane, you've already done some damage. You've crashed your car. That's the way I feel about GXXM, which is a penny stock that I bought, which is just such a constant reminder of what happens when you get out of your lane. Because it's not a stock I would have ever bought. But, I got FOMO. I felt the FOMO myself. And you know what? I'd rather share my experiences and my wins and losses with you guys than try to beat my chest and say I'm the best trader in the world and everybody follow me and everybody buy my picks. That's not what I'm here to do. I'm not going to do that. John Silva says, hey, Rich, I'm wondering about BAM. People, I think it comes into effect mid-May. Does that mean, the private placement comes into effect mid-May. Does that mean it's trading at 230, for example? The private placement is at 125. Would it gap down to count for the new shares? Well, not necessarily, unless those people are selling. But it could. I mean, this market is nuts, but it could also go up. Rich, is 475 a good buy entry point for MMNFF? 475. It should be much lower than that. MMEN is at 370 right now. So not sure what you mean there, Rich. Trav says, I try investing, but it seems day trading is better. Yeah, some people like day trading. Some people like investing. I do a little bit of both, but I don't have the time to day trade every day. So a lot of times I just don't. You have to create a plan for yourself, Pedro. I think out of all those companies that you mentioned, the best one is Canopy Growth. So why do you have to put it in all those plays? Why can't you just put it in one? Why do you got to put it in like 10? That's something I'm really realizing for myself. We don't need to, I'm starting to realize I don't need to, I'm holding 12 positions in this one account. I don't need so many positions. I'd rather have less. It makes it easier. Do I think WTER will get bought out? No idea. Maybe. Eno says ZMA needs to take off. Well, it's funny that you mentioned that because the CEO, Sean, was speaking to my associate about coming on our show. So hopefully we will be doing an interview with ZMA and it'll be on Rich TV Live. In addition to that, we are speaking to a few other companies about doing interviews with Rich TV Live. So stay tuned. And some of them are companies that are very, very familiarly spoken about on Rich TV Live on a day-to-day basis. So pretty excited about it. And I'm also in the process of talking to High Times because they're going to be doing their IPO soon. And they're talking to us about coming on our show as well. So stay tuned for that as well. Rich is saying, sorry, I meant an entry point of 275. I believe this is a good entry point for MedMan, but I also believe it could go a little bit lower. I don't know how much lower, but I also believe that the upside is way higher than the downside at this point. Have I looked into ABEN resources? No, not really. Not really. So, yeah, very interesting day in the markets today. I think it was The Canadian sector was down slightly in the cannabis stocks, and the US sector was up slightly, but the North American index, I think, was green. Tony says, why is ALEF and others in such a slump today? I think the shorters got it. And I think when a shorter gets a stock, you just, nothing you can do. At some point they're going to cover. But if they're not getting any resistance and they're just taking it down and they're not getting any resistance, they're just going to keep taking it down. That's just what they do. You got to look at shorters like they're sharks, and they see a little bit of meat on a bone. And when they see that meat on the bone, they're going to go and they're going to take it. That's just what they do. That's their job. So when a shark sees meat on the bone, they're going to take it. Expect it. So ALEF is one of the biggest success stories of 2018. They spiked up from penny stock range to $4. So they've come down now. And at some point, they will find a bottom. They will find a floor. When will it be? I don't know. I took a position. I got 7,000 shares. I think I got in at a good price. I think there's value there. Do I think it could go lower? Absolutely. Of course it could. If it goes lower, am I prepared to buy more? Absolutely. I am prepared to buy more, and I will. I'm looking for my CGC. CGC's already gone for me. Would I buy it? Yeah, definitely. Just to kind of as a safe haven. But I'm also looking for the next CGC. I want that next one. I think Zenabis is one. I believe that Tilt could be one. I believe that MedMen could be one. I believe Aleafia Health could be one. I mean, these are some that I think have the potential. I think Meta has a potential because of the revenue. Labs, there's some really good companies out there. VGW, Valens Grow Works. There's some really good companies that have that potential to one day be a giant. So these are companies that are lower priced, that haven't made their move yet. They're maybe 2-3 years away from Canopy is, but I'd like to get into them now because I know I'm not going anywhere. I'll still be here 2 to 3 years from now talking about cannabis stocks. So I believe that I'll be talking about Aleafia at a much higher price and Zenabis at a much higher price than I am today, similar to how I felt about Chronos Group, Organogram, Afria, Canopy Growth, and Aurora Cannabis 2 years ago when I called them all, and the HMMJ ETF when I called them all the Fab Five 2 years ago. They've all gone up nonstop. Yeah, Sproutly has a lot of potential. Sproutly has a lot of potential. You got in at 155, thought it was good. Thanks. I think it's good. I think that it was at 155. I mean, it was at $2 not too long ago. I think it goes back to $2 pretty soon. These shorters are going to have to cover, and they're going to have some big news at some point, and they're going to do well. But they might go down too. We'll see. Only time will tell. I don't know, guys. I don't have all the answers. I'm not going to pretend like I do. I don't. I'm not on the inside of these companies. I can't guarantee anything. All I can do is continue to look at the fundamentals. The indicators right now are showing that Aleafia is highly oversold. That's why I bought it. I feel like it's oversold. But sometimes they get oversold and they just keep going down. It's a risk you take of trying to buy a bottom. Sometimes it keeps going. It is at a bottom, but it might find a new bottom. This is the problem with the markets. You never really know 100% where it's going to go. What's my thoughts on Cureleaf? I think Cureleaf is a freaking giant. If you guys see my songs with Il Kid, we talk about Cureleaf. Is going to blow up so much it makes you want to throw up, and it has. So, yeah, Cureleaf has doubled since we put out that song, and they've been an absolute giant. It's one of my top picks of 2019, and they haven't disappointed. They've done extremely well. And this $974 million acquisition is just mind-boggling. So yeah, huge deal. Love Cureleaf. Not surprised. I think that they're one of the biggest companies in America. They're one of the biggest revenue generators in America, and they're going to continue to be a giant in America. Tony, I think it's a great pick too. That's why I bought 7,000 shares. Joe says Zenabis is the best pick out of all of them right now. I think Zenabis has a lot of potential, but Zenabis is still very far away from where they're going to be. They have a long way to go. They remind me of Aurora Cannabis 2 years ago, a lot. Not even really Aurora. I would say more like Canopy Growth, because they're not the type of guys that want to give away too many shares. They're not just using shares to acquire companies. A little bit more. They're a little bit more tight. They have a huge business. They're just focused on building their business. Oh yeah, I think that Zenabis could easily be $20 in 3 years. Absolutely. That would be fantastic. My 5,000 shares would be worth 100 grand. I'd be very happy. Very happy. Thank you, Frank. I appreciate you sending me all your knowledge there, Frank. It really means a lot, guys. If you guys ever have anything you want to send me, just richtvlive@gmail.com. Send it to me, man. And, if you got any news that's breaking, or if there's any information or any picks you want me to look at, if I like them, I'll give you a shout out. This is all about the community, guys. It's all about people helping people here. And, that's what we say. If you're not winning, you're not watching, right? Because we're trying to talk about everything that's trending here. I can't control if they go up or down, but we can control, what we say and how we say it, and the news that's being flowing in the marketplace. We can talk about it, and we can be a part of the fabric of the sector. And that's what our goal is. I mean, there's a reason why I wear these hats and I wear these shirts, maybe it's not going to get as many views because it's considered, it's still considered illegal in some places, but here in Canada, it's legal. So for me, I can wear this hat, I can wear this shirt, with pride. And I have a CBD business, which I'm very proud of, and it's called Rich Hemp RX, and it's like a dream come true. And that business is in America, and I've always wanted to work in America, and now I am. So that's a dream come true too. So it's just amazing. And I know a lot of you guys are messaging and you guys want to get in the CBD space. If you guys want to get in the CBDs, richtvlive@gmail.com. If you're in America and you either want to buy CBDs or distribute CBDs, just contact me at richtvlive@gmail.com, and we'll do everything we can to help you guys get your CBDs. Is it risky to buy Wayland after today's news? You know what? I didn't see the news. So any legal weed to be had out there in YVR at the moment? Nothing out here. I don't think anybody in Vancouver buys legal weed. I don't know one person that does. Not in Vancouver. Because there's dispensaries everywhere. It's as if they're legal, but they're not. They're operating illegally, but they're all operating, and they're everywhere. And everybody just everyone just allows it. It's like whatever. Yeah, Joe. I've seen the facilities myself, Joe. Zenabis is going to be a giant. SHMP, any thoughts? Man, I haven't looked at SHMP in so long. I don't even know what to tell you about SHMP, man. I haven't even looked at it. So my opinion would just be not really valuable on it. It's a stock that had a huge run up. It's come back down. I have no idea where it's at, and it's kind of off my radar right now. Scott says there are a few legal dispensaries now, mostly downtown and one in Kits. Yeah, and legal, but there's also still a lot illegal ones. And most people are using the illegal ones because they're cheaper. That's what I've heard. But let me know if I know any different. I mean, there's dispensaries all over the place. So they're like literally everywhere in Vancouver. CADMF up 678% in the last year. Very nice. So today's topic is how to make money. And obviously, we talk about the stock market every day, but I'm also involved in real estate. And I like to buy houses, I like to rent them, and I like to flip them. I think that that's one of the best ways to make money. And you buy properties, you rent them, have your tenants build you more, you build you your equity through a mortgage. You get a mortgage or you buy the property cash, and which is even better, and then have a tenant paying you cash, which is now revenue stream for you. So I have always liked real estate. I think real estate is such a fantastic investment opportunity, and it's actually very similar to stocks. When you're buying stocks, you want to buy low, you want to sell high. When you buy real estate, you want to buy low and you want to sell high. When the market's at the high point, that's when I do not want to buy real estate. That's when I get very scared. Okay. That's when I want to be selling. Okay. When the stocks are very high, I don't want to be buying either. I'm very scared. I want to be selling at that point in time. Right now, the market is like overall, the markets are overall at all time highs ever. Okay. So we have to be aware of the fact that we're at all time highs. Now, knowing that the market's at all-time highs, I'm not talking about cannabis sector. I'm talking about overall. They're like at all-time highs. So the market is at all-time highs. So a lot of people are predicting a crash could come. So be very careful right now. And I'm always like saying you got to try to stay in cash. Even for me, I got to remind myself to try to stay in cash because the only way you're protected from a crash is if you're in cash. Because if you're holding stock and a crash comes, there's always a chance that this marketplace could just like cut in half. And I've seen it happen multiple times. So we've had a big run so far in 2019. January was huge. February was up a little bit. March was up a little bit. April was up a little bit. So now we're back into May. At some point, you got to think we're going to have a bad month and we're going to have a correction at some point. There's been slowdowns with some stocks. Some stocks are at 52-week lows. Those are the ones that I'm trying to position myself in right now as more of a long-term investor. For momentum trades, that would be different. I'd be looking for stocks that have kind of like more are on like 80 to 100% buys and are more momentous that are moving up. But the best momentum trade that I see right now is Canopy growth. I mean, that for me is the best momentum trade. I just see it going up almost every day, seems to have momentum, and it just seems to be climbing up every day. Every day, it just keeps climbing up every day. So seems to me that is the best momentum trade right now. Also the safest. You're investing in the best company. You're investing in the biggest company, the company with the most money in the bank, the company with the largest potential, the company with the largest growing capacity, the company with the largest extraction capacity, the company with the best CEO. So if you want to make money, you have to consider Canopy growth. You have to. I know it's high, but like, do you want to make money? Because you have to consider it. If you haven't considered it, you got to think about your investing strategy. Are you truly investing in the best? Yeah, real estate is a fantastic investment. So is stocks. I do not trade options at all. No. But J. Lewis Trading trades options. And if you guys like to learn how to trade options, you can contact myself or Julian Lewis Trading and email me, and we can get you guys training and coaching and mentorship on options trading, which is another great way to make money. Joe says, Rich, get me rich off Zenabis, then I'll get into real estate. Hey, man, I think that Zenabis has the chance for us to make a lot of money. I really do. So your advice is to rent on a daily basis or weekly? POW, Power of Wisdom Tactical Investment says 100%. You need a house to live in, like a main position, and houses you can flip like stocks you swing. Exactly. And that gives you cash flow, that gives you upside, that gives you good long-term investments, that gives you equity, which you can borrow against. You can go to the bank and you can get lines of credits against it. So there's all kinds of different tools that are available to you in both the stock market and in real estate, which is why I like them both as my two best investments. Vitam Impendero Vero says REIT structures are a good hedge. There are others depending on sector rationales. Yeah, I appreciate you guys' input. If there's any ways to make money here that you want to share, please let us know. Any picks that we need to look at, if we want to make money, please let us know. That's what today's episode is about, is how to make money. Yeah, what's up, Lucas? Thanks for joining, brother. Yeah, passive income is the best, man. Buy a house, rent it. Now you're making like at least $2,000 a month in rental income. Life is good. Get 10 of those. Now you got 20 grand a month. Life is good. What else do you really need to do? Wow, Lucas is saying, I just sold my house for $300,000 profit. Congratulations, Lucas. That is huge, man. So proud of you, man. So proud of you. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. That's why we do this. That's why we invest. We invest to make money. Senbad34 says, I used to rent my house per room per night, same as Airbnb. Yeah, you can do that. That's a great way to do it. It's 4:20 in southeastern Illinois. Green Day. Let's go, champ. Enjoy that. If you got one, light her up. Yeah, man. You can make so much money renting rooms. Real estate is a great way to make money. I mean, look at Donald Trump. He's a real estate mogul. There's lots of people. Look at Grant Cardone. He's a real estate mogul. He's got like 700 million in real estate. Wow, Lucas, you bought your dream home? Congratulations, man. I'm super happy for you and your family, Lucas. And now you can rent out your basement for $1,300. Look at that. Does that almost cover your mortgage? That's huge. Senbad34 says, I'm waiting for any drop in real estate prices. And that's exactly how you have to buy stocks. You wait for the drop, and when you see it and you know it's the lowest it's ever been, you buy it. And that's how I trade my stocks. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Even with real estate, I've bought real estate before that I thought was low, and then it went lower. Now I waited, and then years later, it went up. And it went up big, like doubled. So you got to wait, even with stocks. But I'm willing to wait. That's why I don't mind being a long-term investor and holding stocks, because I do the same thing with real estate. I've always been that way. I've never been like, a panicky seller. Oh, I got to sell this stock today. Like I usually will buy more to lower my cost if they go down and position myself and get more, especially if I really like the company, because eventually good companies, just like good real estate, will eventually go up. Yo, Christopher, what's up, brother? Thank you, man. Mad respect, man. Yeah, man. Let them pay your mortgage, bro. That's the way to do it. I've always, at one point, I had 10 rental properties, and it was a lot. I'm not going to lie, but it was a good experience. And it was my dream to have 10 properties. And I got there. And then it just, one by one, I've had to get rid of them. So it's been very humbling in life for me, because I'm going through divorce, and it's just one of those things I had to do. So, I'm literally going to go down to nothing and start over. And that's just what happens in life. And you learn from every experience, and hopefully you become better. And you can make sure that the next time you buy 10 properties, you don't put yourself in a situation where you have to give half of it to anybody else. There will be a resurrection. Lucas says, Rich started with 20,000 with my first home. Now I have 700,000 in equity in my home. 10 years. Wow. That is crazy, Lucas. Good job, man. That's massive. Yes, Tony, it sure does. It sure does. It sure does, man. What's up, Doyle? How you doing, Doyle? You bought and sold your homes, new build, from Blueprints. How many homes did you buy and sell? Yeah, man. Any dad that's a single dad that's gone through divorce knows exactly what I'm talking about. And you can't explain it until you go through it. And I remember I had friends that went through it, and then I wasn't going through it at the time, and I didn't understand it until I went through it. And then once I went through it, that's when I was like, oh, that's what this is like? Oh, damn. Yeah, not cool. Yeah, I apologize, and I'm sorry for everyone out there who's had to deal with it. Joe Cracker says, is it possible to become rich with 10K? I think it's possible. I think if you're a good trader, anything is possible. I mean, it's crazy. It's just like, I don't want to talk about specifics, but, like this property, when I bought this property, I bought it in 2007, and I put down 15 grand. And I'm going to be, by the time it's all said and done, God willing, I'll be walking away with, 25 times my money. And that's a pretty damn good investment for me. Anytime I can make 25 times my money, it's worth the 12 years. But it took 12 years. And at one point, this was down. I bought it. It went up. Then it went down. For a couple years, it was down. I rented it for years. And now I'm renovating it, and I'm going to flip it. And God willing, it sells. And I make 25 times my money. I bought this with 15K down 12 years ago. It's a different world now. Can't buy a house with 15K down. But 12 years ago, I bought this house with 15K down. It's true. Now you'd have to put down like 100 to 200 grand minimum. What were my monthly payments? I don't know, like 1,500 a month. Things have changed a lot. So yeah, so Lucas, you're just buying homes, flipping them, buying home, flipping them. That's what I've been doing too. But the problem is when you're going through divorce, you have to give half to your ex-wife. So you're not left with as much. So once this is all done, then I can actually start doing this again and not have to share. So that would be nice. That would be nice. I'll enjoy that. Not that I'm bitter. No, not at all. All thanks to your mother. God bless her. God bless our moms. Make sure you guys all say, Happy Mother's Day, and wish your moms Happy Mother's Day on Mother's Day. Okay, guys? Yeah, Tony, that kind of stuff changes us, man. That kind of stuff changes us, bro. You're scarred for life, man. You get changed for life. You get change for life. All right, guys. Any other ideas of how we can make money? Yeah, man. It's you rent them now? I know exactly what you're saying. That's funny. Doyle says, if you got it, smoke it. Yo, if you got one, drink one. If you got one, smoke one. And pretty soon you'll be able to drink it and you'll be getting high, just like you're smoking. It's true. John says, make money with Sproutly. Yeah, I hope Sproutly gives everyone a chance to make big money, but I don't think it's going to happen overnight because even Sproutly's CEO said himself they won't be revenue positive until 2020. Wow. T. Fisher says, bought 5 new houses from a builder where the lineup outside was around the block. That was in 81. Never stopped. Live in a $2 million home mortgage free. Wow. Congratulations, man. That's amazing. Wow. Eno says, I have a family that farms in 100 acres. Wow. Good for you guys. So you guys all understand real estate. Real estate is, you know, we got to teach our kids, man. We teach them young, just get into real estate when you can because over time it goes up. It's going to be ups and downs, but over time, if you hold, it'll go up. John, you're long? Nice. T. Fisher, you like GGB? I like GGB as well. Hexo? I like Hexo. Beasts. YOLO says, I was shocked at Sproutly's stock price today. I would never be shocked by anything in the markets. People take advantage of these newsworthy events to sell stock. That's the markets. Just realize that. That is the markets. That's the game. Companies are public to sell stock, guys. I got news for you. They're public to sell stock. Scott says, Rich, do you earn from YouTube? Yes. Surprise. Joe Cracker says, the housing market will eventually crash. I'm just waiting for it. I think you're right. I just don't know when. And I also know people that have been waiting for it to crash for 10 years and it never has. So I don't know. I don't know if waiting is a smart idea. You might be waiting for a long time. Doyle says it's the era to bloom. I don't know if the market can crash. The market's crashed already in Vancouver, like as much I think as it can. I don't know how much lower it's going to go. It's starting to pick up. Tony says, may go back to growing my own. Always had cash flow. Yeah, man, especially when it's legal. Why wouldn't you grow your own? Let's get licensed and let's grow our own and let's build businesses. I mean, this is a beautiful time to be alive. YOLO says, I like Can Rich. CANN. Nice. YOLO says, Rich, I'm in Cloverdale, BC. Represent, buddy. Love your channel. Yo, what's up, man? Mad respect. I know you're patient, Joe. I know you're patient, brother. Yo, what's up, Levon? YOLO says, it's going lower. I'm a mortgage specialist at a major bank. We're going lower. If you care to chat about it, message me. Yeah, you know what? It's possible. It's possible. I mean, they're definitely squeezing the market. I think that the Canadian market is pretty strong and the Canadian economy is very strong, especially with all these new jobs and all the money being made in the cannabis sector. It's a whole new industry that's creating millionaires and billionaires every day. Eno was saying, I have never seen so much seeds in my draw. Where are you getting your draw from? Let's recall 2008. Yeah, I mean, listen, it happens. It happens. I'm not saying a market crash can't happen. It's already happened in Vancouver. They artificially created it. Gonna grow my 4 plants on my balcony. Yeah, I'd like. Yeah, I've never grown, but I'd like to learn. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's something I would like to do. Wayne is saying real estate in Toronto has already declined. Oh yeah, in Toronto and Vancouver. YOLO is saying, imagine all the pre-sales from 2018, 2019 that will not hold value. Large closings in 2019 not being appraised. Where this should be. This market reminds me of 2008, 2009. Yeah, it's possible. Lucas says, yes, bought my dream home at a $100,000 discount for 2017. That's awesome, bro. John says, the canola Canadian problem with China is huge. The farmer rent to cannabis and drive the canola industry in a shortage, meaning watch canola commodity for futures contracts. Could be a lottery. Interesting, John. Thank you for sharing your knowledge. Wow. You bought your dream home a few days ago, Lucas? Congratulations, buddy, man. Super happy for you, man. Can get CBD from Jaweed. Yeah, that's where you get CBD from. You get CBDs from the weed. That's where it comes. It comes from the plant. Make money in Florida, Rich. I want to make money in Florida. Has Iman not messaged you yet? Cure Leaf and True Leaf going to be huge. Yeah, I agree with you. They're giants. No, I do not hold Heritage Cannabis. Cure had huge news today. Massive. Almost $1 billion deal. Do you have the right email address? I don't know what's going on there. I'm going to message him right now. You guys like the hat and shirt? Trying to represent for the industry. I know YouTube probably doesn't like it. You guys probably don't even get notified, but it's okay. I got to be me, man. And I got to represent this industry, man, because that's what I do. I'm in this game. I want to be in this game. I want to be a part of this game. I love this game. I do. I love this game. I'll message him right now. Let me call him. Hello? Hi. We have a member called Richard from Florida. He's saying he's been reaching out to you for some CBDs. Did you get his emails? Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Thanks, man. Okay. 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 Okay, bye. Yeah. Okay, goodbye. Yeah, so Richard, you're looking to lease land out? That's yeah, we don't have anybody at this moment that is looking for your property to lease out your property. Um But if someone comes up, we'll definitely let you know. What we do have right now is we're literally producing 50 liters of nano water soluble CBDs every day out of Phoenix, Arizona, right now as we speak. Hey, man. God bless you, Lucas, man. Mad respect, bro. I just want the best for the people, man. I think a lot of people got me totally misunderstood, man. I just want the best for everybody. I'm going to go with Il Kid today, and we're going to go to one of his friends' fundraisers for cystic fibrosis. And, I don't know the guy, but I'm going to donate and help out and hopefully make a video and put it on our channel so that we can create more awareness for this illness. I'm not doing this for exposure. I'm honestly doing this because I feel like I want to, it's just something good to do, and in life, you got to do good things and you got to give back and you got to help others. And, life is what you make of it. So I have no hate for nobody. I wish everybody blessings and success. And I honestly just want everyone to be happy and live a fulfilled life. You want me to play a song? You guys have a request? What's the request? Give me a request. What do you want to hear? Yeah, I got 1,000 shares of Men Man. Very excited about it. I think it has so much potential. No, I can't play Tupac. I can only play Il Kid songs. That's called copyright infringement. Can't do that. If you got a request of an Il Kid song I can play, I can drop that. I think the Raptors are playing today. Big game. I think the Raptors are playing a big game today. Game 3 against Philly in Philly. DYMEF has interesting link to Cureleaf with 155% revenue growth over the fourth quarter of 2018. Yeah, they actually had some good revenue reported today, and the stock went up quite a bit. They actually had a good day today. There was a few alerts today. We'll put on headshot. Find your headshots.
If you're still thinking about that web address that's just right for your business, you should get it now. The perfect domain name won't last forever. Once you've got...
Yeah, I got oils. I bought 2,000 oils, so I was pretty happy about that. Slowly. Headshot. This that headshot. Headshot. This that headshot. Y'all can't do it like me. No, y'all can't do it like me. Y'all can't do it like me. Y'all can't do it like me. Headshot. This that headshot. Headshot. This that headshot. Y'all can't do it like me. 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 Check it like a pair of Nikes. I keep it rocking, I'm stopping, I'm popping, I jump in a fresh white tee. Oh, so now you make songs? Now you wanna sing along? How about you do it all wrong? I am a king and you are a pawn. I've been talking about stocks, I've been giving out lots, pulling up like it was socks. This shit is heavy as rocks. You just pulled up the docks. That mean you drowning, you looking around, and I know that you wanna be biting my style. Or you think you must be wild? I ain't aroused. That's just how I will get down. We were here first, talking all the pics. You was in the back talking all the shit. We was grinding, making all the hits. Now you jealous and you can't stand it. Riches been here, you ain't been there. Circle tight, yeah, you been square. It's time to open the letter. Hope you don't fall out on ladder. I know you tight, like to be frontin'. You was a troll, hitting like button, getting on that. You think you can rap? I laugh. Please, let's see you write something. Stick to the script, can't do it like this. Look at the wrist, with the assist. Ill as the kid, rockin' with Rich. Can't stop till I get a million hits. Headshot. This that headshot. Headshot.
headshot, this that headshot. Y'all can't do it like me, no. Y'all can't do it like me, y'all can't do it like me, y'all can't do it like me. Headshot, 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 this that headshot. Headshot, 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 this that headshot. Y'all can't do it like me, y'all can't do it like me, y'all can't do it like me, y'all can't do it like me. I don't wanna say no names and you'll blow like propane, cause clout riding is so lame. My rhymes fresh like Colgate. It's funny you copy the whole thing. Scarecrow, you got no brain. You can test the boy, I got no shame. Crew looking like Soul Train. Look in the other direction. You are not part of the section. You do not make an impression. You should just change your profession. This is the years in the making. You can't just copy the page. This is experience, idiots. Listen, you can't just copy the wave. Nah, I'm just playing for keeps. Fucking with Rich TV. Your platform is growing. I know that it's showing. We like 60,000 people deep. This original, no subliminal. We maximize, you minimal. This critical, analytical. You hysterical. It's a miracle. You other cats are so boring. On your channel, I'm snoring. While you hitting the recording, you should just die off horribly. Sick of the same old story. I think you triggered the light. Rich TV is here, and we much bigger than life. Headshot, 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 headshot. This that headshot. Headshot, 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 headshot. This that headshot. Y'all can't do it like me, no. Y'all can't do it like me, y'all can't do it like me, y'all can't do it like me. Headshot, 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 headshot. This that headshot. Headshot, 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 headshot. This that headshot. Y'all can't do it like me, y'all can't do it like me, y'all can't do it like me, y'all can't do it like me.
This game is all about making money, and some of you are asking me about Alethea. Alethea needs money. You know, they need, not that they need money. They have money in the bank. They need to be making money. The street wants to see revenue. Canopy Growth is the biggest and the best because they have the most revenue. The companies with the most revenue will have the most success. Alethea is lacking in revenue. This is their issue. Okay. I'm investing in them now because now's the time to get in before they show that revenue. I believe the revenue is coming. That's why I'm buying Alethea. Now, as far as Zenibus, you asked about the facilities. Zenibus has the largest greenhouses in North America. Those facilities are completely built out. There's 3.5 million square feet of growing capacity from coast to coast, from New Brunswick all the way to British Columbia. They've got facilities and licenses all across Canada, and they've got a license with Shoppers Drug Mart. They're ready to go, and they're doing business internationally, and they're looking to expand globally all over the world, and they're in the CBD space. They've got 479,300 kgs of growing capacity, which is third largest in the world, only behind Canopy Growth in Aurora, and they've got 183,000 square feet of extraction space. So they've got of growing capacity, of extraction capacity. So they've got as much as Canopy Growth and Aurora with growing capacity and extraction. So the sky's the limit for Zenibus. But the problem is that all of their greenhouses are currently hosting flowers. They need to remove the flowers and they need to make it cannabis, which is going to take time. It's going to take money. It's going to be a process. But when it's done and they light up, oh boy, that bad boy's going to make money. They're going to make a lot of it. They're going to make a lot of money. Yeah, I think it's a good time to buy ALEF right now. When will they show revenues? Who? Are you talking about Zenibus? Zenibus is already showing revenues. They've made 30 million in the last year, but the revenue went from 16 million to 4 million, and that's why the stock went down. No, I'm not holding sugar. I sold my sugar for a profit. I think that Zenibus is going to be more like a, 2-year hold if you're looking to make some big money on it. Because it reminds me a lot of Canopy Growth, Aurora Cannabis. It's going to be at least a year to see those revenues, I think, become enormous. Do I think the stock could go up sooner? Of course. I think the stock could go up tomorrow, but I'm not the one that controls that. Like I said, the market makers and the company itself are the ones that control their revenues, their news, their reporting. I'm just reading the news and trying to determine where it's going to go, just like you guys. And I went to the facility and I saw it for myself and I liked it. And I was driving from one end to the other. I went to the Langley facility and the Delta facility, and I had to drive from the Langley facility was way bigger. The Delta is a testing facility. It's small, and that's where they're growing out of right now. So it's nothing. And then it's small. And then the Langley facility is enormous. It's like football fields of just greenhouses. And I'm just sitting there thinking, oh my God, like, I would live here. I would live in this jungle of weed. Yeah, it's crazy. I want to go back and do a video when it's filled with weed. That'd be nuts. John is saying, how weird was BAM losing like 20%, then gaining it back? Wasn't that a full alert? You know, BAM is a great swing trade. I think it has been doing quite well. It's one of the top stocks. It's been going up like crazy. So, you know, it's nice to see that there's green days following red days. Hopefully there'll be more green days and hopefully investors will make money. Yeah, ETFs are definitely a safer way to go, Lucas. I agree with you 100%. If you just want to invest in the sector, ETFs have so far proved to be very successful. Have to classify what time boxes you're playing your plays. Huge. I like Huge. I just don't like their share structure. There's too many shares, and I think that that's holding them down. Wow. U.S. Bed Bath & Beyond retailer has its own private label CBD on shelves. That's nuts. Man, my neighbor got a dog, and the dog is being left outside and just keeps barking, and it's annoying. It's like, why would you buy a dog or adopt a dog, whatever? I don't know whose dog it is. Why would you get a dog and then leave it outside? Like, if you're just going to leave it outside, why'd you even get the dog? I don't get it. It's ridiculous. Like, I don't know. I don't understand people. Like, seriously. The dog just wants to be loved. The dog wants to be around human beings. Doesn't want to be left outside. I don't know what kind of dog. I just hear it barking. It's annoying. Yeah, I think that Rivers and AUSA are poised to be two giants. Rivers is Canopy Growth 2.0, and AUSA is Aurora Cannabis 2.0. Lately, Aurora Cannabis has been really slow, and Canopy Growth has been exploding. And Rivers had a little bit of a run, but it kind of dipped back down. I believe that Rivers long-term is going to be a giant. John says, I can't take time for me, so I know I can't have a dog. Yeah, it's a lot of work. I'm not into that either. ETF is for Eastfield. Okay. I would live in the jungle of weed. Can you imagine? Like 2 million square feet of weed? Wow. Like, if I could do a video one day of that, I want to try. Man, that'll be like my dream come true. Hello, guys. Greetings from a French guy looking from Nigeria. How you doing, man? How you doing, Ludu? A weed hammock. Weave it. Yeah. Come to Nigeria to enjoy plenty of good weed. Really? Nigeria, there's a lot of good weed? What's up in the Netherlands? How you guys doing? We got people from all over the world watching, man. This is fantastic. We got people from Nigeria in here. We got people from the Netherlands. Why don't you guys drop where you're from? Let's see. How many countries do we have in here? I'm in Canada. We got Canada. We obviously have America. We got the Netherlands. We got Nigeria. Where else? Catch you later, Vitam. Edmonton, Montreal. I like to see where all the people are from. Ottawa, Texas, Toronto, Brampton, B-Town, Vegas. Nice. Yeah, so many people from so many places all talking about weed. It's true. Yeah, you should sue your neighbor if the dog keeps barking. I'm from the USA and we love to sue. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's too good. From Montreal, now living in Vancouver. Very nice. San Francisco. Very nice. Florida. Is Tesla the future? I think Tesla is the future of electric vehicles. But, there's going to be ups and downs with Tesla. Oh, why would you say that, Iron Knight? Feed the dog chocolate. It's good for them. Yeah, really good. Why would you say that? You know that chocolate kills dogs, right, guys? Don't ever do that. Spin up another one, Doyle. Your friends back home in Boston watch me all the time? Yo, mad respect, man. Mad respect. Tesla will be 4,000 per share in 20 years. Wow. Joe Cracker is very, very high on Tesla. Depends if they make electric cars affordable. I think they are affordable. I think they're very affordable. Tostitos, dogs love them. The leading electric car company in the world. Absolutely. Not even close. Hagrid says, I love the car that runs on water. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Oil cars won't last, says Joe. Just a matter of time until they have cars running on weed, man. Any advice on how I can get in contact with big investors? Not sure what you mean by that. Tesla Robo Taxi. Wow. Is that a thing? Hagrid Wells says, gonna roll my doobie. Weed time. Let me give you guys some weed smoking music. You ready? If you guys got one, now's the time to roll one up. Spin it up. Your boys here. We talking how to make money. We're talking cannabis. We're talking a little bit of everything. I'm going to give you guys some spinning up music. You ready? I'm going to give you some weed spinning up music because I'm going to actually be meeting up with IlKid in a little bit to go to a charity event for cystic fibrosis. And let's get some weed smoking music. You ready for this?
By Rich TV Live.
Well, you roll one up. I might do something. Yo, Aaron, what's up, bro? We're just having a smoke break right now. Guys are spinning it up.
So we young and stressless. Came through the blocks that I'm blessed with. Takes trips. Where you trying to see next? Too close. Dancing like we ain't got no time left.
With the papers.
All right. And you girls told you how I'm moving.
You got the papers. You got the filters. You need the whole pack. Look at this. I got all kinds of stuff from clients. That's Anandia Labs.
Like it's game time. I ain't trying to pick it, trying to get you all the finer things. Gucci plus some Lucy, don't forget about the diamond rings. I know we disagree, I'm trying to make on even plans. We used to be friends, but we don't even speak the same. I want to take you out for dinner, we don't be insane. I give the way to Hundy, and you know that he can keep the change. I crack a smile, I just want to see you smile back. You know I got the game, not the thing to get my style back. Shorty from around the way, met her back in high school. She loves smoking blunts, plus do whatever I do. My sugar mama, she quit the
It's 420 somewhere, right?
She make my breakfast mad syrup on her pancakes. She never trim when she's in the kids' fan base.
You like I do. Yo, you guys like that song? Yeah, that's IlKid right there, man. That's IlKid. You guys want to hear some more? We'll give you another one. I'll give you guys another weed song. You ready? Let's go. Since we just jam in here, I'll give you another weed song. Ready? This is all IlKid. All of this.
I know one guy named was Rebecca. I know one guy named was Rebecca. She let it dance like that.
Pull up selector.
Shorty, let me take it to the party. Let me pour up in the drink just a little bit of quiet. And she hit up one time and to back up on the dance floor. She loved my rich hard. Why? Cause I'm man's poor. I told her you can grind some more. You can drop it down low, then bring it up slow. Well, she taking shots, loving life, all good. Music so loud, we about to wake the neighborhood. She love music, they don't wanna live a fast life. Energy is popping cause she never had a bad night. She love twisting and turning, dancing and making her earning. Her life is never at 4 home at 4 in the morning. I can take you there, you'll never be alone. I'ma be right there. I hold you close, I'ma always care. Don't worry about the past, it's a brand new year. I knew her one guy named what's her back, she got that dance like that.
Pull up selector.
I'm on the phone and I never disconnect. Party like I wanna land, call it holy man.
Just give me the light. Oh, oh, oh. Just give me the light. Oh, oh, oh.
She love the bunny down, pulling up a big slip, take up on the head, cause she style saying good shit. Yeah, she a funny gal, but don't mistake it, cause she kicking all the money, pal. When the drink done, she tell him hurry mo. And when the food gone, she tell him curry go. She don't want the chicken, unless the chicken jerk. She picked it perfect on the break, she tryna pick a verse. But I need you, I want you, and I have you. That's what I'm saying every day that I'm playing it. Buffy the vampire, you know that I'm slaying it. But this ain't movies and I choose over groupies, never lose shell shock to let the truth in a pussy. One time funny mic, music so good, I'ma feel so right. Yeah, one guy they was Rebecca, she got it that's like that.
Pull up selector.
I'm on the phone and I never disconnect the body like I wanna land, call it holy pepper. Just give me the light.
Oh, oh, oh.
Just give me the light.
Oh, oh, oh.
I knew one guy named was Rebecca, she got it that's like that.
Pull up selector. This is more like a reggae track. Pull up. Give me the light. Oh, oh, oh. This is just like a reggae track.
Just give me the light. Oh, oh.
Everybody has to have their own type of music, and we have lots of different types of music here at Rich TV Live. Here's another one. Listen to this one.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the incredible Rich TV. Welcome to Rich TV. Welcome to Rich TV. What we talk about: stocks, cash, charts, limits, red, green, something you ain't never seen. Welcome to Rich TV. Welcome to Rich TV. You can join the group. 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 First things first, ACB, we all about it. That's a roller, that's a score. Ain't no other way around it. Like, grew the channel from a minor to a major. Yeah, we players in the damn game. Now they wanna pay us. You wanna advertise your stock, you can come and holler. We got members that are ready to drop all them dollars. Back it up, we can back it up. 20,000 subscribers, oh my God, you can add it up. Comment below, getting on the go. Sell it up high, and we buy it down low. We brought you pivot, we the shits there. What's your decision? Either standing or you sitting. Making so many videos, I'm like, here we go. So many fucking trolls, damn, I'm like, adios. I'm staying positive, all the members are dope too. If you wanna get big money, we can show you. Welcome to Rich TV. Welcome to Rich TV. What we talk about: stocks, cash, charts, limits, red, green, something you ain't never seen. Welcome to Rich TV. Welcome to Rich TV. You can join the group. 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 We in the second round. Look where I am. He told you what to get. Yeah, he told you what I am. Getting busy. Getting busy. They wonder about me. Like, who is he? The market crazy. Manipulation. I'm finna get this money. It's on the determination. Good weed. I roll it up, I smoke it up. I'm like, ooh weed. Look back, who you think brought you chemistry? Now it's up 100%. That's the recipe. That's the antidote. Damn, yeah, your man is dope. Watch me dance. I'm a prance like an antelope. Zena, you know that we been blessed. I'm talking about the stock, not the warrior princess. Watch the big stocks rocking through the roof. And if you looking for winners, you can fucking join the group. Welcome to Rich TV. Welcome to Rich TV. What we talk about: stocks, cash, charts, limits, red, green, something you ain't never seen. Welcome to Rich TV. Welcome to Rich TV. You can join the group. 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 Welcome to Rich TV. Welcome to Rich Bitch TV, what we talk about stocks, cash, charts, limits, red, green, something you ain't never seen. Welcome to Bitch TV, what? Welcome to Bitch TV. You can join the group, 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 you can join the group. It is one-stop ill kid, dropping hits and picks 24/7. It's true. Bitch TV Live and Ill Kid.
We got so many songs. We got like over 20 songs, and I owe it all to Ill Kid. He is a genius. You can literally say, okay, I'll be like, yo, Ill Kid, let's do a song about this. Let's talk about Canopy Growth. They're number one, and then bam, in my inbox, Canopy Growth is number one. There it is, you know? So, yo, what's up, Aaron from Departures Capital? If you guys haven't gone, go to subscribe to Departures Capital.
Here are some results from a search.
Oh, you're doing a search? Doing a search? The phone just did a search. Roll it up and smoke it up, Doyle says. Listen, go and subscribe to Departures Capital. Aaron's an awesome guy. We do a lot of videos together. We work together. We collaborate together. Mad respect. Aaron, how you doing, man? Thank you for joining here. And yeah, guys, you know, it's all about learning from different people, because there's so many different people out there that have opinions and have ideas, and they see things differently. And I believe that there's value everywhere to be found. And there's a lot of different people that we can learn from. There's a lot of different channels that exist. Warrior trading commercials are like mosquitoes. Ludu says, I rolled it up, now burning up some ninja weed. Some Nija weed. Oh, is that Nija? Is that Nigerian weed? Nija weed? Yo, that's tight. I never heard that before. Some Nija weed, yo. Some Nija weed. I want to try some of that Nija weed. It's a good weed. Pass me the weed. Ill Kid. Yeah, man. Ill Kid's a beast, man. Great guy. Not just a talented performer, he's also a really good guy. Really good guy. Nija is what people here used to say. It is definitely good. Wow. Well, here in Vancouver, this is where we call ourselves, you know, pot country. So we believe that we got the best weed in the world right here in beautiful British Columbia. It's true. It's true. BC Bud, man. BC Bud is the best. We got the BC Kush. Everybody else trying to get the BC Kush. Everybody else trying to figure out what we do in here. Everybody else trying to figure out what's up. Everybody trying to figure out what's up. World's best cannabis seeds. World-class cannabis seeds. I mean, people want to know, why is your CBD so good? I'm like, yeah, because we did it here in Canada. So our competition is really good. So obviously when we go somewhere else where they don't have as much competition, then we're going to stand out. Joe says, all right, all stone now. The Iron Knight says, the difference between a blonde and a mosquito is that the mosquito stops sucking after you slap it. Yeah, this is a little bit of a weird comment. Joe Cracker says, that's right, buddy. That's why I moved over from Montreal to Vancouver for the weed. Hagrid Wells says, remember Obama made those flat earth jokes? Then I saw the UN flag symbol. I mean, I knew about the Georgia Guidestones and stuff, so it made me look into it. You know, weed is good. God made it. Hey, man, it comes from the ground. The plant that comes from the ground. Hey, man, I read these messages, man. I like to know who I'm talking to. I like to know where they're from and where they're at. I like to know who I'm communicating with. That's why I like to ask you guys where you're at, where you're from, because I love to know and see where everybody's from. Anyways, guys, we've been live for like almost 2 hours, which is just nuts. So I got to go. Thank you guys so much for this episode of How to Make Money. I think we talked about a lot of different things, specifically stocks and real estate today. Hopefully you guys got something from this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for participating. Thank you guys for everything, all your support, everything you guys do. You guys are absolutely amazing. I love you guys. And I'm going to leave you guys with a tune from Ill Kid.
Here's a question for you. What are you going to buy this year?
Speaking of warrior trading,
A new watch, some new car.
he's advertising on Rich TV. Everybody's advertising on Rich TV. Everybody knows the people watching Rich TV.
This is a cannabis stock revolution. It's true. Rich TV Live, we bring you the picks and the hits.
Rich kid, if you ain't watching, you definitely
Reaching for the clouds.
One move will have you fucking leaning like a kickstand. How you get money, nothing funny, it's a sick land. Okay, performing at your shows like 60 grand. Riding like a pony hawk. God, I'm a big man. Trying to get a mansion with the pool, some big land. Step into the jungle, you'll be sinking. Quicksand, trolls for the haters. Damn, at a distance. Cold team rap, crooked like a bad dentist. What's that? Group rolling. Yeah, we got mad members. Keep trolling, patrolling. Yeah, you can't get us. You don't want to beef. I eat them like I'm having breakfast. Pour syrup on the haters now. Sticky with the bowl, yeah, they trying to weigh us down. Rolling a flex, good shit, you can pass it here. Bitch, get the hit, strong boy, you can catch it here.
Rich kid gonna touch the clouds. Rich kid gonna touch the clouds. Rich kid gonna touch the clouds.
Flavor of the century, yeah, cause it's meant to be. Never stopping, always keep it moving like a centipede. Haters wanna copy, yeah, they stealing our identity. Never duplicate it, keep fading till you're dead to me. This the new year, get money to the resolution. Sad, we just time high. Watch out for the mass confusion if you need to know the scholars kid. Yeah, I'm never kidding, cuz you ain't watching, then I guess you never winning. Grab your popcorn, sit down for the main attraction. Inside a game, roll the dice, and we play for action. Subscribers, throwing by the daily. You try to knock the kid, oh my god, you must be crazy. Until it be gorillas, and Nico with the vision. Amanda out in Valiant, Kenny with precision. Andrew out in Phoenix, Shona with the big split. Rich is the creator, and the rhymes are with Ill Kid.
The haters and the trolls, they wanna hate. But what they don't understand is that the more they hate, the higher we elevate.